Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Play on GAA with me, Seamus Brady, and in this video we are going to preview the Leinster Hurling Final of 2023, played at Croke Park on the Sunday at 4 o'clock between Kilkenny and Galway, a replay of last year's Leinster Hurling Final, and the two teams really that I just thought were just head and shoulders above everybody else in the Leinster Hurling Championship at the start of it. Now they have made it to the final, but in ways that I didn't necessarily think that they would. And we're going to get into a full breakdown here, and then I'm going to give a quick prediction as to who I think is going to win this game. And then feel free to let me know whether or not you agree or disagree with me in the comment section down below. So let's dive into Kilkenny's side of things and then Galway's side of things. So Kilkenny started off beating Westmeath comfortably. Then they beat Antrim comfortably. They drew with Galway then in Nolan Park by 28 points to 125. They've also beat Dublin in Nolan Park by 27 points to 21. And then on the last day, obviously they had that epic game against Wexford where they ended up losing by 4-23 to 5 goals and 18 points. So for Kilkenny on one hand, defence there straight away, bit concerning. Like conceding 4-23. Look, I know it was a game where Kilkenny didn't have too much riding on it, but still conceding 4-23 is pretty heavy. And the other thing as well that was very notable about that game was when Wexford got the run on them, they looked very, very vulnerable at the back, like extremely vulnerable at the back. And they had started the game so well. 2 goals inside the first 27 minutes, Owen Cody and Mossy Keown, that had put them pretty much in a position where I genuinely thought they were going to pull on and finish Wexford off and relegate them. But obviously Wexford had that fight in them. They weren't going to go down without a fight, and they ended up pulling it back and winning the game. But still, for Kilkenny, on the other hand, for a defence that is so strong, the likes of Hugh Lawler, Pádraig Walsh, these lads there, that's not good enough to concede 4-23, and they will not be happy with that at all. Going forward, on the other hand, scoring 5-18, the form of the likes of Owen Cody, Mossy Keown, like these guys are in top form. Owen Cody has blossomed now into an absolutely supreme hurler. TJ Reid still doing the business as well. So Kilkenny still looks strong. Derek Ling has put his own stamp on the team. Like immediately, Pádraig Walsh straight back in at centre half back, which is a decision that I agree with. The injury to Adrian Mullen is pretty concerning, to be honest, because he's a supremely gifted hurler, and missing him is going to be a big loss, in my opinion. It's going to be a huge loss because he genuinely is one of the best hurlers in the country, and he seems to be quite unlucky with injuries a lot of the time. But they have outright goal threats. Like you're talking there, Owen Cody, Mossy Keown, TJ Reid, Billy Ryan. These guys are goal getters, and for Kilkenny, I feel like that's a key way on their potential path to victory against Galway, because Galway have been racking up huge scores as well in the championship. They started off throughout this championship, they have beaten both Wexford and Westmeath comfortably. Like the Wexford game was one that they really didn't really make much fuss about winning that one. Then they have also drawn with Kilkenny and Nolan Park. They blew Antrim away in their second last game, 5-29 to 122. An Antrim team that had been tricky for a lot of the other teams in Leinster. No problem to Galway. Blew them away, no bother. And then they drew with Dublin in Croke Park, 125 to 222, in a game that Dublin, in my opinion, should have won. So it's unsure where they're at as well. And that's my point, is that both these teams have made it to the Leinster final, but Kilkenny again lost to Wexford. And for long periods against Dublin were right there with them. Galway should have been beaten by Dublin, in my opinion. Dublin, like a more experienced side, would have closed that game out. And you could tell Shefflin was not happy with the performance at all. Donald Burke gets that last free to level the game and make sure that nobody wins in the end. But like, that's hype that they have made it to the Leinster final, but have they proven that they're the best in Leinster? Not really, in my opinion. Not to the level that I thought they would at the start. Now, who do I think is going to win? So I've gone through all the players that I think. For Galway, Joseph Cooney's form is fantastic. And throughout the first half against Dublin, when Dublin were lording it and they got the 2 goals, Joseph Cooney was the man who kept firing for Galway, kept doing the business. Then obviously, the big thing is, in the game against Dublin, they were not feeding the ball into Conor Whelan at all. They were not giving him the ball. They were taking pot shots from miles out. In this game, we have seen here that Wexford got goals running at this Kilkenny defence. We have seen that. So if Galway do not run at the Kilkenny defence, I can't help you. Conor Whelan is one of the best ball carriers and most powerful direct runners in the game right now. And you watch his goal in the All-Ireland Hurling Final against Limerick, that's what he's capable of. powerful running, smashed into the back of the net. And he can do that against this Kilkenny defence. Not a doubt in my mind. Will he get the Hugh Lawler treatment or the Mikey Butler treatment or whoever they decide to put on him? Probably. But I think he'd still be capable of running through pretty much any defender that gets put on him. So Galway need to feed him the ball. Now, the two sides obviously drew in the Leinster Championship. Kilkenny are going for another Leinster title, which is absolutely crazy. Like, I mean, 2020 they won it, 2021 they won it, 2022 they won it. So they put together a quiet 3 in a row. Can they make it 4? I am going to say, again, it's very similar with the Munster final. These two teams are so even. It's so hard to call. They drew for a reason. But I'm going to say that Galway are going to put an end to the Kilkenny dominance over Leinster. I think that Galway have just had a year longer with Shefflin now than Derek Ling has had with Kilkenny. They've got their feet under the table. I'm going to say that if they drew with them in Nolan Park, then they finished them off in Croke Park. That's what I'm going to say. But then again, Galway haven't put their foot down in a Leinster final now for quite a while. And they have not won a Leinster title since 2018. So it's long overdue. And I think they are going to do it. I'm going to say Galway to win this one narrowly, but I am going to say Galway. What do you think? Put it in the comments below. Do you think Kilkenny are going to win? I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but I just personally think it's Galway's time. Let me know what you think in the comments below, as I said. And until the next one, guys, take care.